This community update was brought to you by U Radio. Australian musician Rob Edwards is spending the winter in Treaty 1 territory, visiting communities across Manitoba and collaborating with Indigenous artists. The trip was inspired by his experiences at the International Indigenous Music Summit in Toronto last year.
Day one was blown away by the community and like the coming together of so many different First Nations cultures. And like the first day of the conference is out on the beach, and there's this welcome ceremony, and everybody did a welcome in their own language and way, and it was so moving.
Edwards says the moment grounded him, sparking a sense of global kinship among Indigenous peoples from around the world.
Australia's so big, and we're like spread apart, and sometimes it's our communities are spread apart, like our First Nations communities. So to come halfway around the world and not feel that far away, because there's something so similar in all the First Nations cultures of just this, there's something about it that I don't know the words to describe it, but there's a feeling of safety and home kind of in that connection. Everyone has that respect.
Traveling from Adelaide, South Australia, he's now touring the province, meeting artists, performing, and preparing for a community event at Fort Alexander. Edwards said the chance to learn from elders and local musicians is what brought him back.
I'm so excited to get out and explore Manitoba and meet more people. I think there's such a desire to learn and I just feel so drawn. So like I am so excited for this rest of the next month or two.
Music has been a lifelong thread for Edwards. What began as tapping on countertops and strumming his father's guitar became formal lessons, with help from some parental encouragement.
At 8 years old, I started guitar lessons, and every Monday after school, Mum would pick me up and drive me to guitar lessons, and it was hard. It's that, but just kept supporting and kind of pushing me, sometimes bribing me with bag of chips on the way.
But music became much more than a hobby after Edwards worked as a paramedic in Australia and struggled with PTSD. Songwriting became a tool for healing and for exploring his own identity and family history, including the legacy of Australia's stolen generations.
And my great-grandma was part of that, and she was taken. We lost our connection to our country, our cult, and our community and our tribe. And I grew up not knowing. So I wrote a song about that called Searching, and that I'm going to keep looking because we still don't know exactly we know the area, but not the family. And there's a bit of a pain still there because of that.
His upcoming single, Astronaut, marks a shift toward hope and joy.
It was that experience of traveling and just meeting people, but never knowing the full impact. Like, when you meet someone or you meet people and then you don't know the role that plays and how many forks in your story along the way and which direction it's going to go. So I think for so long, a lot of my music has been leaning into a space of pain and expressing pain. And I really, for the first time in a while, was like, I just want to focus on some joy in that song. And it's such an artist thing, isn't it?
As Edwards continues his Manitoba tour, he hopes his journey encourages others to follow their creative instincts and reconnect with their identity. You're listening to U Radio, where diverse voices connect. Stay tuned for more stories and insights that matter. With U Multicultural and the Local Journalism Initiative, I'm Ryan Funk.